Hey, Patriots fans! We are back with an in-depth look at everything happening with our New England Patriots as they head into the divisional round. This Sunday, January 18th, the Patriots will face off against the Houston Texans, and excitement is running high. The anticipation has been building ever since we saw the matchups revealed, and now that it is official, there is so much to break down. Watching the lead up to this game, it is impossible not to feel the energy. We all remember the watch party, the tension in the air, the suspense of waiting to see who the Patriots would meet. It was either the Steelers or the Texans, and as it turned out, the Texans came through, but the last game that determined this was nothing short of chaotic. The on-field action was rough, messy, and at times downright ugly. There were turnovers, missteps, and defensive plays that left fans gripping their seats, wondering how anything would play out. Despite all of that, the Patriots emerged as a team that can handle adversity, and that is exactly what gives us confidence as we look forward to this next matchup. Breaking down the Texans' performance, it is clear that their offense has vulnerabilities, especially under pressure. C.J. Stroud showed glimpses of skill, completing 20 passes out of 32 attempts for 250 yards, but those numbers only tell part of the story. Behind the stats were critical struggles. 0 rushing yards, multiple fumbles, and an interception that could have been avoided all point to a team that struggles to adapt when the defense is relentless. The Patriots' defensive line is known for applying pressure and forcing mistakes, and the Texans' offensive line will have a tough time matching up against players like Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. The rookie running back Woody Marks managed to shine with 112 yards and a touchdown, but that kind of performance, while impressive, was not enough to cover up the weaknesses elsewhere. When we analyze Stroud's decision-making, the lack of mobility and the tendency to force throws becomes obvious. For the Patriots, generating pressure and controlling the line of scrimmage will be critical to capitalize on these weaknesses and keep the Texans from gaining any momentum. Now, when we shift focus to key players to watch on the Texans side, Christian Kirk has been a standout, particularly with Nico Collins sidelined due to a concussion. Kirk's recent performances show he is capable of stepping up with multiple catches and over 100 yards receiving, making him a potential threat that the Patriots secondary will need to account for. Meanwhile, the question of whether Christian Gonzalez will pass concussion protocol looms large. His participation could change the dynamics of the game significantly. Concussions are unpredictable, and how quickly a player returns to full strength depends on individual recovery, making this a critical storyline leading up to Sunday. For the Patriots, the focus is clear. Maintain red zone efficiency, apply relentless pressure, and establish a running game that sets up the offense for big plays. When the Patriots faced the Chargers, their red zone defense proved dominant, holding the opposition to minimal points inside the 10-yard line, and replicating that performance against the Texans will be essential to success. Defensively, the Patriots have a group of players who can truly change the game. Azeez Al-Shaair has consistently demonstrated the ability to disrupt plays, while Will Anderson Jr. remains a formidable presence on the edge. Both of these players create challenges for offensive lines and quarterbacks alike, and their impact will be felt in this divisional matchup. Danielle Hunter and other key defenders add depth to the squad, ensuring that the Patriots can rotate effectively and maintain pressure throughout the game. On the other side, the Patriots' offensive line has faced scrutiny, particularly in recent games where sacks and pressures became an issue. Players like Will Campbell and Jared Wilson will need to step up to provide protection and ensure the quarterback has time to execute plays, especially as the Texans look to exploit any gaps. The dynamic between the offensive line and the defensive pressure from Houston will be a battle that shapes the outcome of this game. Offensively, the Patriots have multiple tools to control the pace of the game. Establishing the run through Rondre Stevenson and Tavon Henderson will not only set up short yardage gains, but also open the field for play-action passes that can catch the Texans' defense off guard. Controlling the clock, managing field position, and maintaining composure under pressure will all be crucial. Additionally, applying constant pressure to C.J. Stroud, much like what was done to Justin Herbert, will likely force mistakes. Stroud's recent turnovers and fumbles highlight his vulnerability under duress, And if the Patriots can maintain consistent defensive pressure, they are poised to capitalize and dominate the game. This is a team that thrives on disrupting rhythm, and Sunday's divisional matchup provides the perfect opportunity to showcase that strength. Looking at special teams and situational plays, the Patriots have consistently demonstrated precision and execution that can tilt momentum in their favor. Red zone efficiency, field goal execution, and even punt coverage all contribute to a complete team performance. The Texans have shown inconsistencies in these areas, which gives New England a strategic advantage. Attention to detail and exploiting these small but critical moments can swing the game, especially in high-stakes playoff situations. The Patriots have shown in recent matchups that discipline, preparation, and the ability to adjust to in-game challenges are central to their identity. As we approach kickoff at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, January 18th, these factors become even more significant. Fans can expect a game where preparation, execution, and resilience are front and center. As we break down matchups and predict game flow, it is clear that the Patriots' strengths are aligned perfectly against the Texans' weaknesses. Every aspect of the game, from the defensive line to the skill positions and situational football, presents opportunities for New England to assert dominance. The combination of strong interior defensive pressure, dynamic edge rushers, and disciplined coverage schemes creates a scenario where the Texans will struggle to find consistency. Coupled with a balanced defensive approach that mixes the run and the pass effectively, the Patriots are poised to control both sides of the ball. Key injuries and player availability will be closely monitored, but the overarching theme is preparation and execution. This team knows how to adjust to challenges and capitalize on opponent weaknesses, which is exactly what makes playoff football so thrilling. Heading into Sunday's game, fan engagement and energy are at an all-time high. The divisional round is where teams prove themselves, and the Patriots have shown the ability to rise to the occasion. With kickoff set for 3 p.m. Eastern, fans will be tuning in early to catch all the pre-game analysis and live action. Expect detailed coverage of player matchups, injury updates, and strategic adjustments as the game unfolds. The combination of strategic defense, opportunistic offense, and attention to situational football positions the Patriots as the favorites in this matchup. Houston's offensive struggles and reliance on a few standout players highlight the areas where New England can exploit advantages. The stage is set for a clash that tests every aspect of the Patriots' preparation and execution, and the team appears ready to meet that challenge head-on. As we dive deeper into the analysis of this upcoming divisional showdown between the Patriots and the Texans, it is impossible not to get caught up in the strategic elements that make playoff football so captivating. The Patriots have consistently shown the ability to adapt their game plan depending on the opponent, and this game is no exception. From the opening kickoff, every player will need to be at their best, executing their assignments with precision. The defensive line, led by the likes of Milton Williams and Christian Barmore, will be tasked with disrupting Stroud's rhythm immediately. Controlling the line of scrimmage and generating consistent pressure will force the Texans into hurried decisions, creating opportunities for turnovers and field position advantages. The Patriots' ability to rotate fresh players and maintain energy on the defensive front will be a major factor as the game wears on. Every sack, every tackle for loss, and every disruption in the backfield adds layers to the strategy that Bill Belichick has perfected over years of playoff experience. On the offensive side, the Patriots will lean heavily on their running game to establish control over the tempo. Rondre Stevenson and Tavon Henderson will be key, not just for yardage, but for the way their presence can manipulate the Texans' defensive alignment. When a defense is forced to respect the run, it opens up opportunities for play-action passes that can lead to explosive gains downfield. The quarterback must make quick reads, but the protection provided by Will Campbell and the rest of the offensive line is critical. Any misstep in pass protection could allow Stroud to capitalize, and that is exactly the vulnerability the Patriots are aiming to exploit. Precision timing, smart decision-making, and controlled aggression will be the hallmark of this offense as it seeks to dominate time of possession and limit the Texans' opportunities to mount a comeback. One of the most compelling storylines leading into this game is the question of player health, particularly with Christian Gonzalez in concussion protocol. The Patriots' secondary relies heavily on his presence and coverage skills. If Gonzalez is cleared, the team gains a critical edge against Houston's passing attack. Without him, adjustments will need to be made, and depth players will be tested in high-pressure scenarios. Likewise, monitoring the Texans' roster, specifically Christian Kirk stepping up due to Nico Collins' absence, provides insight into how the Patriots might allocate defensive resources. Every matchup becomes a chess game, and understanding where to apply pressure and when to disguise coverages could determine the outcome of the game. Special teams also play a pivotal role in playoff matchups, and the Patriots have consistently shown their ability to make the most of these situations. Field position, kickoff returns, and punt coverage can shift momentum in ways that are not always reflected in the box score. By controlling these aspects of the game, New England can dictate the pace and force Houston into uncomfortable positions. Discipline, situational awareness, and execution in these areas often separate playoff teams from regular season competitors. The Patriots' attention to detail in these moments provides an additional layer of security, reinforcing their overall game plan and increasing the likelihood of success on Sunday. Red zone efficiency remains a cornerstone of Patriots football. When opponents enter scoring territory, the pressure intensifies, and the Patriots' defense thrives under these conditions. By limiting Texans' opportunities to convert in the red zone, New England not only prevents points, but creates opportunities to shift momentum through turnovers and quick offensive drives. This focus on situational excellence, combined with the ability to capitalize on mistakes, underscores the strategic depth of the Patriots' approach. Every defensive alignment, every pre-snap adjustment, and every blitz package is designed to exploit tendencies, and the Texans' struggles inside the 20-yard line make this an area where the Patriots are expected to dominate. The quarterback position will also be under scrutiny. While Stroud has shown the ability to move the chains, his recent struggles highlight a vulnerability when faced with consistent pressure. The Patriots' pass rush is designed to create exactly this kind of scenario. When Stroud is hurried, the likelihood of mistakes increases, as demonstrated by his previous fumbles and interception. The secondary will need to remain disciplined, reading routes and anticipating throws while maintaining tight coverage. By combining interior pressure from the defensive line with aggressive edge play from players like Will Anderson Jr., the Patriots can create a scenario where Stroud is forced into difficult situations repeatedly, leading to opportunities for turnovers and momentum-shifting plays. From an offensive perspective, rhythm and execution are crucial. The Patriots have the tools to exploit mismatches, and establishing the run early will help open the passing game for more controlled, high-percentage throws. Timing routes, quick decision-making, and maximizing opportunities in the short and intermediate passing game will keep the Texans off balance. Additionally, attention to detail in terms of protection schemes, play action, and route combinations will allow the Patriots to create separation and generate big plays. Discipline, composure, and smart decision-making are critical in a playoff environment, and these factors are what have historically set New England apart. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what is quickly becoming one of the most talked about locker room stories of the season, New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel has reportedly benched one of his star offensive players for an astonishing reason, being late by a mere 2 minutes. Sources close to the team described the decision as shocking, leaving teammates and staff alike scrambling to process the strict disciplinary move. Eyewitnesses inside the locker room say the atmosphere was immediately tense when Vrabel delivered the blunt announcement. He just said, "He's not playing with me," and that was it, one teammate allegedly told insiders. According to those familiar with the situation, Vrabel's approach is a mix of discipline and principle. He has long emphasized that punctuality and commitment are non-negotiable, even for the team's top performers. But the 2-minute delay has sparked heated debates among players, analysts, and fans, raising questions about how far a coach can and should go to enforce rules. The star player in question is known for being a game-changer on offense, someone whose presence on the field typically shifts momentum. Rumors suggest that his absence will force the Patriots to adjust their strategies, with younger and less experienced players potentially stepping into a spotlight they hadn't anticipated. Inside sources hint at a locker room divided. Some players reportedly support Vrabel's ironclad standards, while others are quietly worried about morale and how this might affect the team's cohesion in high-pressure situations. Adding fuel to the speculation fire, social media has erupted with fans and pundits debating Vrabel's motives. Some praise his strict approach, arguing that elite teams require elite discipline, while others wonder if this could backfire, sidelining a key offensive weapon at a critical moment in the season. Analysts are also examining Vrabel's history, noting that he has made similarly bold decisions in the past, often prioritizing team culture over individual talent. But this particular incident has drawn unprecedented attention due to its almost surreal triviality. 2 minutes. Whether this is a turning point for the Patriots' locker room culture or a temporary flashpoint that will soon be smoothed over remains uncertain. What is clear, however, is that Vrabel's message was unmistakable. No one, not even stars, are above the rules. The football world is now waiting to see how the team will adapt without one of its most potent offensive players, and whether Vrabel's gamble on discipline will pay off in the long run, or ignite tensions that could linger far beyond the playing field. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.